The Makame Savannah Project is located on the Makame Wildlife Management Area and covers over 364,000 hectares of land. The Makame Wildlife Management Area is the first wildlife management area to earn carbon revenue through voluntary carbon market.
My name's Mark Baker, I'm CEO of Carbon Tanzania. We're here in Makame doing our annual occupancy modelling transect. We do this to check the absence and the presence of key wildlife species that are part of our monitoring, and we need to do that annually because we verify our carbon project annually.
The Makame Savannah Project boasts a wildlife density equal to that of many Tanzanian national parks, such as the Serengeti National Park and Tarangire National Park. Furthermore, it has a significant impact on the population of wild dog species in Tanzania because it's the breeding ground.
So the occupancy modelling covers about 70 kilometres in the northwestern side of Makame. One of the reasons we're in the northwestern side is because we need to be able to access the tracks in the wet season. We do the occupancy modelling in the wet season because that's when wildlife is dispersed across the ecosystem. So we really want to be able to capture that dispersal moment in time, which is usually right now during the wet season in April. So we're really covering a very, very small area within the Makame.
During the seasonal migration, the project area serves as a haven for elephants and other large mammals leaving the Tarangire National Park.
We're here in Makame and doing the occupancy modelling, and we do that by looking at the tracks of animals on the ground. And to do that, of course, we use a hadza, hunter-gatherer.
Naitwa Bagayo Gipo Muhazabe. Mimi ni mtaalamu wa nyayo.
And he is able to track different species of small cat, caracal, African wildcat, species of genet, species of mongoose, and of course the larger keystone species that are in this ecosystem, such as lion and leopard. At Carbon Tanzania, we work very closely with the Makame Wildlife Management Area management structure, and the biodiversity monitoring that we've just completed here is part of 2 biodiversity monitoring programs that we work on in the WMA every year for our annual verification under the VERA standard. Makame WMA, of course, understand very much the importance of data collection for us to meet the requirements of the VERA standard, because that's how we create the verified emission reductions and in the end, of course, access the finance that goes to the WMA. One of the highlights, and it was a highlight when we started this 4 years ago, was the number of caracal. Caracal is often perceived to be quite a rare medium-sized cat, but it is one of those animals that is very secretive, very good at hiding. The literature shows very clearly when you put up camera traps, the literature describes the fact that they are present in even peri-urban areas. So the density of caracal is very high, and that was surprising and still is. So we've just come to the end of our Makame occupancy modelling. The fieldwork really shows us that there's nothing either missing or present that we didn't actually expect. But once we start to churn out the data, then we'll really start to get into the information around the occupancy scores for each of the wildlife, and then we'll have a better understanding of how that compares to previous years.